We're taking it to Philly. Me and Mr. Cortez briefly talked about this a little earlier, but we're going to get into it right now. And that is the status of Mr. Desean Jackson, wide receiver of the Philadelphia Eagles. This week, he's really been on he's been in a proverbial bubble with the league, with the franchise itself, and with a lot of people because of certain messages that have been labeled anti-Semitic that he put on Instagram. Now, oh yeah. The Philadelphia Eagles announced this past Friday that the team has penalized wide receiver Desean Jackson for conduct detrimental to the team after Jackson shared a series of anti-Semitic Instagram posts. Quote, "Today we have penalized Desean for conduct detrimental to the team. He accepted these consequences and apologized." Now, the Eagles didn't elaborate on what penalized meant, and of course, Desean hasn't been able to be reached for comment. Now, last weekend, Desean was met with harsh criticism after posting a quote falsely attributed to Adolf Hitler, saying that black people were quote unquote the children of Israel, and that white Americans would be terrified to know what they have been, quote, mistreating and discriminating and lynching them. I have the quote here. This passage, originally this came from, and I could be wrong, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think this came from quotes from Louis Farrakhan. Now, the passage here reads, Hitler said, "Because the white Jews know that the Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America to pan to world domination. Won't work if the Negroes know who they were. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching children of Israel," unquote. Now, within the past 48 hours, players from different teams have spoken up, and even one player even met with Desean to talk about the whole controversy itself. His name is Julian Edelman. He's a wide receiver for the New England Patriots. And he said that, hey, look, why don't we go and take a trip to D.C.? I'll take you to the National Jewish Museum. You take me to the African American Historical Museum. And then let's have a dialogue. Let's have that uncomfortable dialogue. And let's take it from there. Let's get into something positive, which I thought that was cool. After hearing this, do you think that the Eagles made the right call in keeping Desean, or should have he been let go? And just about those quotes that you heard through via Farrakhan, what were your thoughts?
I think what happened with Deshaun, man, just like with any young brother out here, man, he was reading a little bit of Farrakhan. He's reading a little bit of information about Farrakhan, and I don't I really don't think he understood what he was reading, man, to be able to just take that shit and repost it, man.
Mm.
We know, I have nothing against Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam. I felt as though Deshaun was definitely wrong, and he admitted that he was wrong. I feel as though if he's interested in Islam, I would not go to the Nation to get guidance. If that's what he wants, if he's interested in studying Islamic culture, I would not go to Nation of Islam. I would not go for the simple fact, I don't. My idea is, if you want pure Islam, you need to go to a mosque that projects those images of because Islam is all about unity. It's not about separation.
Right.
Nation of Islam has been for years. I think they have cleaned their image up and everything, try to clean the image up. But I mean, I feel as though Deshaun was going through an enlightening moment. And if he wants to pursue this, I think he needs to go and talk with brothers that are Muslim and get their perspectives, man, instead of just going on one perspective of Louis Farrakhan. I mean, I haven't heard from Louis Farrakhan in years. That's why I'm like, he must be resurgent. He must be coming back up in the culture again. But I feel as though, and I wouldn't punish him harshly. I wouldn't punish him harshly because when people get punished in the NFL, man, it's kind of extreme, especially people of color. Like Cap, let's not forget about Kaepernick. Let's not forget about what happened with his situation, man. And he only just got on his knee, man. He didn't say anything Semitic, anything. He just got on his knee and said, "I'm protesting police brutality." And the league, I thought the league handled that too aggressively. I think
Mm-hmm.
they just went after him like a bunch of ravaged dogs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I feel as though he got penalized for it. Desean Jackson got penalized for what he said. I think that's enough. But to like cripple the man and just literally try to destroy his career over this, man, I think that's kind of extreme.
You know, I'm gonna give all these football players a little hint. Before you post anything on Facebook, if it's in the least bit controversial, just put at the top of it, what do you think? Okay? And guess what? It now becomes a talking point, not necessarily your thoughts. Because he did not say it, because he did not come up with it, I think he'll probably be all right. But they're going to tell him, listen, so you in social media, you need to be quiet for like the next 6 months. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to Jews, don't post it at all. Okay? Just don't. Because if that motherfucker is one hair to the left of what somebody don't like, it's a wrap for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is.
He's really under the microscope with the Eagles, even though they said they're gonna keep him. But it's kind of like one of those, well, quote unquote, we're gonna keep you. But if anything happens from here on out, that can change, and hopefully not, because as you could see, I am a fan, Eagles fan, diehard. Desean, always been a fan of his, and actually met him once. At a community service event, if I'm correct, where we were painting a middle school in the Badlands. And it was really cool that he showed up and everything like that and helped out and volunteered along with other members of the Eagles. So, of course, big ups to the Eagles, big ups to Desean. And, we're supporting you. Just stay under radar for now. We love you to death, but just stay under radar. Cover your ass. Big time.